Why are you
You
screaming
are
over me?
defending the white power structure
Shane, hold on.
against your own people
Hey.
while you claim to be a man of God.
Shane,
You
hold
are
on.
a disgrace to your race, sir. You
Shane,
are
calm
a
down.
disgrace to your race.
And
What's up, YouTube? Vontae Devine back with another video, a banger. Again, on the road to 2,000 subs. Hit that sub button. Hey man, appreciate y'all. But today we got a classic Dr. Umar conversation with an individual named Jesse Lee Peterson. If you aren't familiar with Jesse Lee, he's a pastor, which is pretty sad, but he seems like pretty whitewashed in like European culture following, and he seems like an advocate for white people, so to speak. So, but they call him Uncle Ruckus. That's what Dr. Umar calls him. But I'm gonna just let y'all see for yourself. Let's get into the video.
And so that's why the blacks started the Republican Party, because the blacks. So when we dealt with the for black only signs, for white only, common sense said it wasn't everybody. It was those who serve evil.
But it was majority of the white people. We can agree with that.
No,
right?
it wasn't. It wasn't the majority of black people. It was a few.
I said
black
majority
people.
of the white people.
I'm sorry.
Let's get back onto sellouts. Dr. Umar.
Yes, ma'am. And I would like to respond to him, if I may, Sister
And it
Tammy.
wasn't the majority of whites.
Thank you. Go ahead, Dr.
I want to clarify something when we talk about racism. Racism is not an individual personality fault.
It doesn't
of white
exist,
people.
man.
Racism is not about individual personality. Racism is about systemic injustice, systemic bias, systemic disproportionality, systemic discrimination. You do
That's
not
dumb.
opt out of you do not opt out
That
of
is
racism.
dumb.
All white people benefit from and participate in racism. So whether your ancestors owned black people or not is irrelevant. And the reason it is irrelevant, Sister Tammy, is because even if your ancestors didn't own black people, they worked at a job that was created because of the enslavement of black people. So there's no such thing as slavery did not impact my family. Just like in today's America, all white people benefit from the mass incarceration of black people. They benefit from the miseducation of black children. They benefit from the police brutality against black people. So I want to make sure we are clear.
What you're saying
Racism is not about individual white people
But what you're
choosing to
saying
hate
is a
blacks.
lie.
Racism is about the system of racism
That's a
that
lie.
controls opportunities and resources, Sister Tammy. Racism is not about the attitude. It's about the control of resources and opportunities.
Tammy, that is not true. This is why we have to we must get to know ourselves so that we can overcome that fallen state. Dr. Umar is evil for putting out a lie like that or lies like that because people are going to believe in
let's
it.
refrain from calling people names.
Okay,
Reverend
but
Jesse.
he's not telling the truth.
We have to refrain, Sister Tammy, but at the same time,
He is
I
evil.
think it's important that we understand the difference between the Negro and the coon. Sister Tammy, this is a very important distinction that has to be made. The Negro is innocent in his ignorance, Sister Tammy. As Brother Michael said earlier, some people make mistakes against the race unknowingly. If you make a mistake against the race unknowingly, that was a Negro. Negroes are innocent. They think white people are more intelligent. They think Jesus is black because they haven't been taught any better. But a coon knows better. But the coon voluntarily identifies with his oppressor because there is an agenda that he's looking to get filled. And the sad thing about Jesse Lee Peterson is he is too old to be cooning at this point in his life. And the fact that he claims to be a man of God doing the devil's work makes him a total hypocrite.
But Tammy, you know what
So like I was saying, he speaks in the church, has a good group of following. He advocates for white people, just dumbing us down. Like you'll hear him say, he says a lot of, he puts some stereotypes on us. like black people saying how we do this, we do that, but never comes up with the issue or why we do that type of thing. Just pointing this out.
I just want to add to that. To hear Dr. Umar and the other man to speak this way.
That's Michael.
Is Michael, sorry. To hear Michael and Dr. Umar speak this way is abnormal for men. Normally, men, when I was growing up, they had logical mindset. But today's black man has an illogical mindset because he thinks like a woman. He has not overcome the spirit of the woman and returned to the logical mindset.
There is nothing more effeminate than a white man defending the white power structure against black people. There is nothing more effeminate than a black man defending the white power structure against black people.
Hey, why are you speaking? Hold on.
You are politically effeminate, Jesse Lee
logical
Peterson.
in their mind.
You are politically
and
effeminate.
Women are illogical.
You are
in their
politically
mindset, right?
effeminate.
Why are you
You are
me?
defending the white power structure against your own people while you claim to be a man of God. You are a disgrace to your race, sir. You are a disgrace to your race.
And so normally
Dr. Umar,
the men with the logical mindset would bring the women and children to a logical mindset to help them overcome. But now the black men, not all but most, they think like their mothers and grandmothers. So they all think just like women, and that's why you can't get it right.
So indicting racism makes you a woman.
God, and that order is God in Christ, Christ in man, man over woman, and woman over children.
I'm not interested in a religious interpretation of racism.
Today's black woman is over the men. And
it is a mistake to use religion to interpret political phenomena.
That's why
we're going to take a quick break and we'll come right back on the Tammy McFay Show on Fox Soul. Let's take a quick break. We'll come right back.
So, Dr. Umar saying you can't use religion to look at political standpoints today because they aren't the same. So, like, I see what I agree with that. But Jesse Lee saying, like, us black people aren't the same as men used to be. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comments.